right now, Sleaze with Fram.
You knew this was going to crush at the box office, right? Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
A-listers Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya. 81 million in North America, but globally, like over 175 million. Knew that would happen. Also doing really well is that Bob Marley One Love. It did drop, but totally 82.2 million or 8 million. I think it was better than they thought it would be.
Yeah, it's still over Dune. Actually, Dune's like, I think, the third best of the year so far. I'm sure it'll do more. But, man, those kind of big dollar, in the middle of nowhere movies, I just can't lock in. It's me. I'm the problem.
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I was going to ask you, though, if you see something at the box office and it's like outrageously huge, does it make you kind of want to be part of it and watch it? I don't know. Sometimes.
No.
No, not at all. Okay.
No, I mean, I don't really, I'm not like a follower like that. Oh, everyone saw it, I've got to see it. I just like certain things.
Have you been following this Andy Cohen story? Feeling the heat?
Yeah, why is this happening to him all of a sudden?
Yeah, Andy Cohen, of course, from Bravo, multiple lawsuits filed against him and NBC Universal. I think we talked about this, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Brandi Glanville, accusing him of sexual harassment. And then Real Housewives of New York City, Leah McSweeney filed a suit alleging a toxic environment. And Andy gave better edits on shows to housewives that did cocaine with him.
Ooh.
Among other claims. Well, here's somebody coming to his defense. Lisa Vanderpump, of course, from Vanderpump Rules. She's kind of stepping up right now to defend Andy Cohen. Yeah, some photographers from TMZ ran into her. This is what she had to say.
Andy doing coke? I know, because I've partied with him hundreds of times in my business, in my house, in New York. I've never seen anything like that.
You've never seen him do it?
I would categorically say no, he wouldn't do that. I know for a fact. In fact, I know for a fact he wouldn't do that.
I know for a fact.
They're going to need a few more people to step forward. I mean, it sounds like mounting heavy on him.
And then now all these other housewives are coming up to his defense. It's now just like this he said, she said thing. I don't know. He never seemed the type. But casually, Andy was on the Kelly Clarkson show. He hit his face with embarrassment after Kelly played a resurfaced video of him as a backup dancer for the B-52s.
What?
Yeah, I saw that story and was like, I never knew that.
As a job?
Yes.
I did go dance for the B-52s twice, just as a lark for fun. I love the B-52s.
Don't fight your true passion.
Listen, it's true. Yeah. And now the idea of dancing in public absolutely terrifies me.
How do you do that just for fun? I mean, you find that was 20 or 30 or 40 years ago?
I need some investigative reporting on this.
That's a random story. Oh, yeah, just for fun. Well, you just decided you were going to dance with the B-52s?
Okay, more lawsuits piling up, obviously, around all these reality shows. Here's another one. Rachel Leviss suing Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix in a suit. She is the former person that was on Vanderpump Rules. Her past co-stars, she's saying that they eavesdropped on her. She's also alleging revenge porn, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. All three were part of the big scandal on Vanderpump Rules. Did you watch that show?
No, but it sounds like I should be because it sounds about as crappy as all the other shows I watch that are reality.
Exactly, because this is where Tom cheated on Ariana with Rachel. Rachel would eventually leave the show after the season 10 reunion, apparently at least due partially to the affair and to the stress connected to it. She was a victim of predatory and dishonest behavior of an older man who recorded sexually explicit videos of her without her knowledge or consent, which were then distributed.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also saying she was misled by Bravo and Evolution. Have you noticed more and more of these people that are on reality shows that this is happening, that they're turning around and suing?
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like they realize what they need to do to get FaceTime and to get airtime, and then when it doesn't start working out, they turn vengeful. And then they try to make all the things that they were on the in on out. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Bringing the heat.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, they might have kept their mouth shut, but now they're on the outside looking in, so then they start bringing all this stuff up.
Now, we just talked about, Andy Cohen and the B-52s. A lot of people may not know about Jamie Foxx and his past. Jamie Foxx returning to his roots. Now, if you're young, you may not know this, but before music and acting, he was a comedian. He posted a video from one of his past stand-up specials to Instagram showing him doing an impression of Prince. Alongside the clip, he wrote, "Prince singing the Brady Bunch theme song was a moment. I'm planning on bringing more moments. Going to get on somebody's stage, somewhere near you. I got some jokes and a story to tell." Now, you know, in the early days, he was a cast member of the early 90s sketch show In Living Color.
Loved it.
And released 3 comedy specials between 93 and 2003.
You want to talk about a show that's not PC? Go back and find those episodes. That's some great TV.
I saw that and it kind of reminded me because I had totally forgotten about it.
Yeah, he was funny. Jim Carrey. I mean, their cat J-Lo was a dancer.
Yeah.
She was just a fly girl.
Uh-huh. Remember the ending of The Sopranos?
Yes.
Kind of polarizing, right? Well, if you're into it, guess what? You can now own the actual restaurant booth that Tony and his family were sitting in when the camera cut to black for the final time. It's from a real place, Barnes, a real restaurant called Holston's in Bloomfield, New Jersey. They're renovating, so the booth's gotta go. So if you're the buyer, you get both seats, the table, and the divider wall, along with a plaque that says, "Reserved for the Sopranos family." Man, if you're a Sopranos fan,
yeah.
well, it ends on Monday. This auction ends on Monday. The price is already sky high, over $63,000 as of 2 nights ago.
Yeah, that'll go into someone's man pit. That'll be a nice man pit edition in the corner, a little pop culture Hall of Fame.
Buy it for a friend of yours that's a Sopranos freak. You have to pick it up, though. They won't
Okay.
mail it.
Come get your booth.
You have to drive to Jersey and pick it up. Oh, boy. Little trouble for Oscar nominee Terrance Howard. He might be taking the stand against what he considers to be unfair taxing practices in the United States government. But now that the courts are involved, Terrance, you might need to pay $1 million in back taxes. He reportedly hasn't responded to the DOJ. Hey, if the DOJ calls, you call him back, right?
Yeah, they're ones not to avoid.
Yeah, making him pay taxes from 2010 to 2019. He hasn't shown up to any hearings on the matter. As a result, a judge in Pennsylvania ruled that Terrance Howard, you got to pay $903,000 or the price is going to go up.
Well, you know, they've been understaffed for many years, and now they're saying they're going after people who make over $400,000 who haven't paid their taxes since COVID, and they now actually have the staff to do it, so they're starting to initiate going after those people. Can you imagine how many of the Hollywood people are going to be in that mess?
Well, you're sitting there and you haven't paid taxes for that many years. Wouldn't you think it's going to catch up to you?
Well, for a while they had no way to do it. They just didn't have the people, but now they're putting a whole task force on those. Apparently, even more aggressive if you make $1 million or more, but they're going down to $400,000 and above also.
This is really crazy. As a result, a judge, ruled that he needed to pay that, and the price will only rise until he pays the full amount. He did leave a voicemail, and he said, "Since you do not have the ability or the courage to do it, let's try this in court." Ouch.
Wow, that's going to be a tough go of it.
I love when tech giants go after each other.
Who now?
Elon Musk, of course, owner of X, right, filed a lawsuit against ChatGPT and the owner OpenAI and its CEO Sam Altman, alleging the AI company's alliance with Microsoft has changed its mission from building AI systems for the benefit of humanity to corporate profits. How do you think that's going to end up?
That guy, I don't know how he gets a nap. He's just constantly at it. And by the way, seen on I-85, a Cybertruck, and it had Texas plates.
Is that yours?
No.
Coming to you?
Mine wouldn't have Texas plates any flipping minute, but it pained me to see it.
Do you think it was Elon Musk?
No. It was not.
You kind of said that when I was talking about Elon Musk.
No. Well, I'm saying because, he's got his hands in so many things, but finally saw one in Atlanta.
Oh, Barnes, I love when audio like this comes to fruition and it sees the light of day. And I am talking about Francis Ford Coppola posting auditions from the cast of The Outsiders. Okay, a young Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio, Diane Lane, and one who didn't make the part, Anthony Michael Hall, reading for Pony Boy. You know, that movie came out in 1983, so they were mostly like unknown teenage actors.
Yeah, this is really cool footage. Wow. Google it if you'd like to see it, but you get the same effect listening. Check this out.
Can you tell me your name?
Matt.
How old are you, Matt?
17.
Ralph.
I'm Diane Lane.
Have you ever been in love with somebody?
Yeah. The most important, I thought, was the first time I fell in love, or I thought I was in love.
Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaves a flower, but only so an hour.
It's really wild seeing all them as little teen. I mean, they're barely teens.
I love hearing their voices, right?
Some of them barely teens. I mean, Dylan, I think, what do you say,
exactly.
17 or whatever?
This story just now coming out. You know, when Heath Ledger died at 28 years old in 2008, he had plans to be in another movie. This is just now coming out. Remember, he died of an accidental overdose. Well, director Stephen Gaghan claimed on a recent podcast appearance that Ledger had other aspirations at the time. During an episode of the Developmental Hell podcast, this is a spinoff of Malcolm Gladwell's revisionist history show, he said he had an idea in the early 2000s to turn Gladwell's book, Blink, The Power of Thinking Without Thinking, I did read that, into a movie. But after Ledger's death, quote, I just had to put a pin in it. In 2008, after his tragic passing, Gaghan got a call from Heath Ledger's dad and Ledger's friend breaking the news about his death.
This is pretty chilling.
The dad and a guy who was really close with him, like the guy who was closest to him in his professional life, they were there, and they, with the body, and our script was embedded with him, and your book was on the bedside table, and I think my number was on the script, like written like, shh. And these guys are in, as you can imagine, they are in shock, and they dialed that number, and I don't know why.
That's wild. He's dead in the bed with dude's script.
With his script. He's just dropping that now in that podcast. Very sad. Remember that story about Stephen Baldwin putting out this public prayer for his daughter, Hailey Bieber and Justin?
What's going on there?
She isn't thrilled about it. Quote, words could never describe the beauty of who you are. She wrote this in a recent post for Justin's 30th birthday. Happy birthday to you, love of my life. She's not happy her dad's saying this because she's basically saying there's no trouble in paradise. So why do you think Stephen Baldwin did that?
I don't know, but just thinking out loud here, you think Alec might need his prayers more than Hailey?
Oh, good call.
You know?
Yes.
That's a very interesting thing.
Great call, Barnes.
I just feel like, yeah, he needs it a lot. I don't know what's going on with Hailey and Justin, but I think Alec might need a little stuff his direction.
You ever seen these stories about Ellen DeGeneres and how much she loves to flip properties? She's into real estate for sure. She just put away a tidy $32 million after flipping her Montecito mansion in California. She bought it. Let's see, it's 11,530 square feet.
Wow.
She bought it, in June of 2023, and then later listed it for $46.5 million. And that was taken off the market in November, and then the deal officially closed in February. But come on, she's making some price there. It's not about the money, she said. It's not about the money.
She's starting to do some bits in social media. I wonder if she's trying to inch towards, people forget very quickly. I wonder if she's trying to get back on the TV.
I'm wondering, too, because I have noticed she's been popping up a little bit more on social media.
Yep.
I saw this. Do you ever wonder what artists make for private concerts?
Oh, a lot.
A lot. Well, this one's going to kind of blow you away. Rihanna did one, and she hasn't performed in years, okay? She did a show in India, a private show. It was a pre-wedding party for the son of Mukesh Ambani, who just happens to be the richest man in Asia. Barnes, he's worth $112 billion.
He can afford it.
There were 1,200 people there, okay? She did a lot, though. She did 19 songs, elaborate stage setup, her first concert since 2016. How much did she get paid for this concert, Barnes?
19 songs?
She did 19 songs, so it wasn't some 30-minute stripped down performance, okay?
I mean, I feel like $1 million.
I was going to say the same. I was going to say million, $1.2 million. $6 million.
I guess they just knew who they were dealing with. The guy's worth $112 billion. I'm sure
Yeah.
they swung high and just got it to where that's a lot.
And then I looked in the past, he's hired Beyonce, Chris Martin, and the Chainsmokers.
That's like a couple $100,000 a song.
That's insane. Of course you would do that if somebody's. I would do it for a lot less than that, but yeah. Hey, remember when John Travolta introduced Idina Menzel at the Oscars?
Yeah, the worst piece of pop culture moment ever.
Yeah. He called her like Adele Dazeem. Well, it's already been a decade. Can't believe it's been that long. So to celebrate the milestone, Idina sang Happy Birthday to her alter ego. She actually did this, yeah.
I love it.
Hey, Adele Dazeem, it's Idina Menzel. I just want to say happy birthday. I'm sending you so much love and positive energy. I hope you have the best day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Adele Dazeem. Happy birthday to you. Have a great one. Lots of love. Bye.
That follows Travolta around everywhere.
For life. Do you like Millie Bobby Brown?
Well, yeah, sure.
She's cool on Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Well, on the Today Show, she talked about taking on the final season. Yeah, it's the final season for all you Stranger Things fans with her castmates.
I think she seems like she's been ready to go for a while.
Yeah.
We're really excited to, be back together again for one last hurrah. But it does feel sad. Every day we go onto set, we're like, it's the last second day, it's the last third day. But we're definitely embracing it all.
And Barnes, she is engaged to Jake Bon Jovi.
Jake Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
As in Bon Jovi?
John Bon Jovi's son.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. She's engaged to him. So when she was talking to Fallon, she shares the details of her, this is kind of funny, underwater engagement.
What?
Yeah.
So we go under and we're many meters down, and he gives me a shell, and I turn it over, and it's a ring. And I was like, and I looked at him, and he was like, and I was like, and he was like, and I was like, because this means up. I want to go up.
So you can't.
So that technically would mean no, I don't want to marry you. I want to go up.
That's hysterical. Tons of meters down, and you have a big moment like that, but you can't speak?
It's so funny.
Wow, that's funny.
Can I leave you with one piece of audio?
Please.
Hulu, and I had no idea, is releasing a trailer for Freaknik, the wildest party never told.
We lived it.
I mean, we did live it. I didn't realize that it's now a Hulu special. Check this out.
Well, not only that, there's another series on BET called Perimeter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is even
about Freaknik?
Around that time, and I think it references Freaknik. That's starting on BET, but yeah, show me that trailer. I cannot wait.
You was lit, okay?
The legacy of Freaknik is black joy, black self-determination,
black love, black excellence, black enterprise.
But the legacy of Freaknik is also the ugly side.
Yeah, that's the part that I remember. I mean, do you remember people having sex on cars in front of Lennox?
I just remember being stuck in a lot of the traffic for hours at a time.
Yeah. I couldn't get anywhere. I lived in Midtown. Could not get out.
Yeah.
The highways were complete gridlock. If you didn't live here then, I know you're thinking we're talking about the apocalypse. It was close. Pretty close.
Freaknik coming to Hulu.